is good? What is happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Muthana, and welcome to another edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. I am back. I am alive. I am
Yeah,
alive.
you finally showed up for once.
Yeah, I finally. Yeah. I showed up last week. You shut your face.
Okay,
Okay.
for like half of it.
Good point, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. But I am back, and like always, my good rival, but my better friend, Caleb Ochoa is with me. Caleb, how are you, man?
I'm pretty great, man. I'm excited. Not just for this game, for this whole weekend. Very
It was,
excited right now.
it was a great weekend. It was a great weekend, but
Well, I mean, I was talking about this upcoming weekend. I'm excited.
oh, so yes, this upcoming weekend it is Schmo Down. All the everybody, most of the team will be there. We'll be conversing and having a good rump and a laugh. Good for them, you know. I won't be us. I'll be at work and school. I hope everyone enjoys a good time. I hope you have a good time. I hope Adelia, Justin, uh, Amber, Maxwell. Hope they all have a great time. And also for the other people that we know are the people that know the team, like like Brandy Dagwan, Brandy Parker, Star, Chris, shout out to Kurt, Matt, um, Sean Sully, Jillian, those the folks. Chris Engel will be there. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people. There's like a lot of people. There's a lot, and I forgot. I don't. If I name everybody, bro, the show would be already at 30 minutes. Okay, like let's just do the show. All right, Thursday night game. We have the so-called America's team because they're mediocre and America is a mediocre country versus the
Wow.
Southern Draw Zone New Orleans Saints. It is Justin Hamilton versus Caleb Ochoa, and Caleb came out the victor this time around 27-17
Not this time. I
Cowboys.
mean, I always come, over Justin every time.
Yes, you do. Caleb, your team, what were your initial thoughts on the game?
Kind of disappointing on offensive part. But our defense, really pulled it out for us. I mean, they carried us to this win. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the offense, man. I don't understand why the offensive line can't block. I don't know what's going on with Dak. Why he's just off on throws. Don't understand why we can't get the running game going. It's just bad. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know if it's the play calling. I don't know if it's Dak. Sometimes Dak, holds on the ball too long. Sometimes I see like times where he has like open space in front of him. He doesn't want to take off. I don't know, man. The offensive line is not blocking well. That's probably a big part of it. Because they're just
What's
getting.
going on with Zeke, Caleb? What's going on with him, man?
Well, he has a
What's
knee
going on?
problem. Yeah, he has a knee problem.
Then why is he playing? Then why is he playing?
Because he can. Like it's not like so like bad where he
Here's the
can't
thing.
play. It's just like a nagging injury.
But here's the issue. If Tony Pollard's doing this, why even play Zeke? Like, what's the point?
But you saw Pollard can't run in the middle. When he was going in the middle, he was doing just as well as Zeke was. He wasn't doing that much. It was all those outside runs out. He was getting the big plays off of.
Okay, then, but like Zeke can't do either.
Yeah, I mean Zeke was doing. I mean, he was doing his job. He was getting the lean. He was getting the 4 or 5 yards that he was getting.
Hey man, but like this isn't the Zeke Elliott that I remember. Who is this guy? I don't know
Well, I
this guy.
mean, it's a hurt guy for one.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. You need to people. Okay, we need to stop saying, "Oh, if you're not injured, you can play." Like he's hurt. He shouldn't be out there. He should not be out there because he's gonna go from hurt to injured. You know what I mean? If he's not at 100% and his knee ain't good, why the hell are you playing him?
Because he's still good
Why?
enough to be out there.
No, that's not my thing, bro. I go with what Bill Belichick says with running backs. It's not about who's the best running back. It's who the healthiest running back is.
And
Do not play
he
hurt
also
running back.
he's way better at pass blocking than
Pass
Tony
block.
Pollard is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true. There's that dimension, but like, do you want to keep him like healthy for down the road when in the
Well, I want
winter
to keep
time?
Dak healthy for one.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's good. But I do have a bone to pick with Dak Prescott. All right, I understand you're on that game drive at the end of the second half. You keep passing to Dalton Schultz. Good job. Yeah, good for you. And then you don't give him the touchdown at the end. What's up with that?
I mean,
Why do you pass it to Michael
it's an
Gallup?
open guy
Well,
because he's
what's up with
open.
that, dog? What's up
He
with
made
that?
amazing. That was an amazing catch.
I know it was, but like, come on, fam. Dalton Schultz should have gotten that touchdown. Feed the man, bro. Ruining my damn fantasy. Jesus. Pass it to Dalton Schultz. He's your best wide receiver anyway. He needs a, you know what I mean? He's not, but I gotta fight for him.
But yeah, man, we should have blown out this team. This
You should
the
have.
Saints.
You should have.
The Saints are awful.
They're not very
Um,
well. They didn't have anybody.
yeah, a
Alvin
lot of
Kamara's
injured
out.
players.
Yeah, and Alvin Kamara was out. I think Demario Davis was out. Was Cam Jordan even playing?
I don't think so.
See, Cam Jordan wasn't even playing. Marcus Davenport's been injured. Peyton Turner, their first round rookie, has been injured. Like literally, their entire defense was injured, and you only scored 27 points. Like no offense, like I know that's a lot of points in the NFL, but like with the
I
offensive
mean,
unit,
some of it was defense. I mean,
yeah,
the amount
exactly.
of interceptions we had, yeah, it should have been
Four.
like 50 points.
Yeah, you guys have 4 interceptions against Taysom Hill. Y'all should have had 40 points by
Yeah,
now.
Taysom Hill sucks. Like whoever
He's not
thought
very
that he
good.
could start in this league is a freaking moron. Like
Justin
because he can't throw at all. Like he can run.
Hamilton
He was running all over us, but he cannot throw.
cannot throw. He's not a very good player. And and then y'all just kept proving that you guys have the best receiving core in the entire league. Like your third receiver can start on any other team. You know what I mean? Michael Gallup, that catch, man, in that back of
Yeah,
the end zone, man.
he's great.
I'm mad that Dalton Schultz didn't get
He
it. Oh
made
my
tons
god.
of that. He made
It
another
was
catch with the other one on the sideline where he
yeah,
really
yeah,
kept him bounced. That was amazing too.
yeah, yeah. So like literally, y'all go 4 deep at wide receiver. CD, Amari, Michael, and Cedric Wilson.
Yeah,
Throw Noah Brown there too. He's a very good receiver. So like y'all go 4 deep, 5 deep. You know what I mean? Like that's what people want their defensive lines to be. But y'all have it
yeah,
at wide receiver. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's why y'all didn't miss a beat offensively when you didn't have CD and Amari on Thanksgiving. Y'all
Well, we
still
did.
dropped no, y'all still
We did
dropped 33
struggle.
points. So y'all
Yeah,
still dropped 33 points. The problem wasn't your offense, it was your defense on Thanksgiving, not your offense. You know what I mean? If your defense stopped the Raiders once or twice, y'all win that
well,
game.
we stopped getting bad calls on pass interference.
Well, it's Anthony Brown's fault. Let's be real, Caleb. You know
Now
the rule.
the last one wasn't his fault.
That one I can give you. That one I can give you. The other ones, all him. You got
He
to
played
you
well
got to
this game
turn your
though.
head.
He's
You got to
playing
turn your
pretty
head.
good this game. He
Yeah,
was knocking a lot of balls down.
yeah. Well, he had 9 tackles, 1 assisted. But your interceptions went to Jaron Curse, Trayvon Diggs, Demonte Casey, and Carlos Watkins, who is your defensive tackle. I want to point that out. Plays defensive
Snatched it
tackle.
out of the air.
Literally, that ball, I could have caught it. That's how weak that ball was thrown. It literally just like went straight to the dude's hands and he scored a touchdown. It was a
Yeah,
defensive touchdown. You had a couple of defensive touchdowns, I believe. Yeah, man, that's pretty much really what happened.
yeah, dominant defensive game for us.
Yeah. Literally like Deontay Harris and Little Jordan Humphrey caught 2 touchdown passes.
Mhm.
And that was it. And that was pretty much all it was. Like there was no running game. Their running game was what's his face, Taysom Hill. He had 101 yards, but the running backs had nothing. They had nothing, and most of those runs weren't designed runs. They were scrambles where it was all chaos, and he got some yards off of a bad play. So like Saints should have lost this game, and they lost this game. You know,
Yeah,
and honestly, like okay, like I talk smack about the Cowboys all the time because I'm a Giants fan. I am a Giants fan. All right, guys, you guys won. You guys won. I am a Giants fan. Okay, but it's Thursday night, and weird stuff happens on Thursday night. Good teams don't show up. Bad teams drop 40. We have shootouts. We have slugfests. You know what I mean? Like I always remember the Rams Niners game where it was 36-33. You know what I mean? A random ass Thursday night game. You know what I mean? So yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, bro. It just be like that sometimes. You
yeah.
know. So yeah. So and the Cowboys, they didn't score a lot of points, but they scored 27, and that's good enough points. Also, Caleb, before we talk, man, I like to shout out to people in the chat. Star
Yeah.
Drew, Diggs' 9th interception, Trayvon Diggs. Derek Weatherly, Pollard at that number 1 running back. Jeremy Miller. Wait, I thought Ferris was an LA San Diego Chargers fan. Nah, let's be real, Jeremy. That's not. Let's be real. Do I look like a Chargers fan? Do I look like a Chargers fan, Caleb?
Well, nobody looks like a Chargers fan
Yeah,
because they
no,
don't
yeah. Do
exist.
they even exist?
No.
See, you know what? That's why. You know what's funny about that too, Caleb? I chose the Chargers. Like I didn't choose the Cowboys. I didn't choose the Bucks or the Ravens. Like or like you know what I mean, or the Chiefs. You know what I mean? I chose the Chargers.
Yeah.
What bandwagon? There was no wagon. People walked to the games. That's the thing that always. That's the thing that irked me. I chose the Chargers, and everyone got angry. And I'm like, it's the Chargers, dude.
um, don't you
No, no,
can't flip
no,
flop.
no, no,
You
no,
can't flip
no,
flop on your team.
no, 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 no,
You're a
no.
Giants fan. That's what
I
you
am
root
a
for.
Giants fan. Hey, I do look like a Kraken fan though. I am a Kraken fan. Yeah, go Kraken. We
And
lost
you
last
look like
night.
a fan that's on crack.
Hey, really? Really? Wow. At least I saw my team win 2 Super Bowls while I'm still alive. Have you seen one? Have you seen one?
Yeah, I have.
No, you haven't.
I was
You saw.
alive.
No, you
I
weren't.
was watching.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You were born in '93.
Yeah, which we won the Super Bowl in '96.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, you
We
didn't.
beat
You
the
won it
Pittsburgh
in.
Steelers in 1996.
No. Really? Get out of here. That was the Barry Switzer one, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you were alive. Yeah, '96. And screw Barry Switzer. Whatever. Y'all lost to the Steelers. Whack ass. Another whack organization that people think is a symbol of greatness. My derriere. All our franchises suck. Let's be real. All right, Caleb. Now let's recap the week that we just saw.
All right.
Let's start from the back end in. So let's go the Sunday night game. It was Ravens Browns.
Yeah.
Ravens Browns, and let's just say it felt like nobody wanted to win this game.
Uh-huh.
No one wanted to win.
This was a rough game to watch, man.
It was horrible. Rough is an understatement. Like, dude, look at this. The Browns, who are a running team, who run the ball, had 40 yards rushing.
Yeah.
40 yards rushing.
And it shows you what when they don't have running game, what Baker Mayfield is incapable of doing, which is leading his team,
winning the game.
Yeah.
Lamar had 4 interceptions in the second quarter alone, and the Browns couldn't capitalize on that.
Nope.
Like,
bruh, that's embarrassing, man.
Your thoughts, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, Lamar was just chucking it up at anybody, hoping it would come down, and it came down, at least twice from Mark Andrews, so they can get the 2 touchdowns there. That's pretty much the game. Those two balls to Andrews.
It was one touchdown. It was one. They scored one touchdown.
Well, it was another big play by Andrews, though. Another big play. Mm-hmm. They say Baker's playing injured, but I mean, he looks the same whether he's injured or not. He plays the same way. He's not good either way.
That's the thing. Why is he playing if he's injured? Why? Mm-hmm. No. Like now I'm starting to think that's an excuse. They're lying now. Because if he's injured, he shouldn't be playing. Let's be real. If he's injured, he shouldn't be playing. And he's playing like he's horrible. He's playing horrible. I was about to say he's playing like an expletive, but I can't do that. He's playing horribly, and they're using he's injured as an excuse. Why is he playing? Like, why? If he's injured, he shouldn't be playing. I don't care what injury it is. I don't care if it's rib, his shoulder, his eyes. He shouldn't be playing if he's injured, because I hate that excuse. Oh, he's playing injured. Why is he playing? Why is he playing?
I don't know.
Why?
Pretty sure Case Keenum can do just as much.
Exactly. No, Starju. Don't give me that. It shows heart when you injure to play. That's stupid. That's stupid. You're being detrimental to your team. You're not playing at your full capacity. Don't play when you're injured, because you're gonna make your team play worse. You know what I mean? You know why the Chargers lost to the Patriots in that AFC title game back in the day? Because Phillip Rivers played on a torn ACL. Why are you playing? Why are you playing? Like, I know, but his backup was Charlie Whitehurst. So? He's not injured. Play him. Make a more running offense. Grind the game out. But also, Nick Chubb's also hurt. Kareem Hunt's also hurt. Baker's hurt. Your entire backfield's hurt. Why are they playing? Don't play them. Play Case Keenum and Ernest Johnson. Why are they playing, bro? You have the best offensive line in the entire NFL. They have the best offensive line in the entire NFL. Like it's not a debate. The Browns do, and you're wasting them. You're wasting them because you're playing. They're playing in front of injured people. The injured people can't take advantage of Jedrick Wills, Wyatt Teller, Joe Bettino, J.C. Trader. They can't take advantage of that. If they're injured, they're not going to burst through the hole they create. They're going to waste it. And you know what? You're going to get the running backs. No, you're going to get them injured because they're going to try to overcompensate for the injured backs behind them. Don't play injured people. I hate that they have heart. It's BS. I don't care about your heart. I care about your body. Get out of here, bro.
Your heart's part of your body.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. Shut up. Why you gotta ruin my waxing of philosophy like that, bro? You know what I mean? Like Lamar throws 4 interceptions in the second quarter, Caleb. The Browns should have scored like 20 something points in that quarter.
Yeah.
The Ravens shouldn't have won this game. The Ravens are lucky they won this game. The Ravens are losing next week.
Even at the end of the game, like the Browns still had a chance on the final drive to go down there and score a touchdown, win the game, and Baker still couldn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying,
nothing with the ball.
Nothing with the ball, bro. Like it's a waste. You're wasting stuff. Like that's like Ravens, man. They are lucky that they're now 8-4, 8-3, 8-3. They're 8-3 right now, right?
Yeah, I don't know how. Like they've been winning some awful looking games, and
it's
just
like the Colts blew that lead against them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This game, like they just win ugly.
By the Lions, they slide by the Vikings. I mean,
like the Lions,
the Vikings, and the Bears.
Exactly. They had to kick a 66-yard field goal to beat the Detroit Lions. You know what I mean? And like Ravens fans make fun of Steelers fans for tying with the Lions. Oh, you tied with the Lions. Bro, you had to break an NFL record to beat the Lions. Shut up and sit down. Okay? Zip it. You know what I mean? Like, y'all ain't that good. And y'all are going to get upset in the playoffs again. And I'm telling you right now, Steelers are beating them next week. And I don't pick the Steelers to win nothing. They're beating the Ravens next week. You know what I mean? Because the Ravens ain't got no offensive line. Correct me if I'm wrong. They ain't got no offensive line. And Alejandro Villanueva is just like he opens the door for them and people just like rush in the house and they chase. And here's the thing about Lamar Jackson: he can run around as much as you want. Guess what happens? You're gonna get tired having T.J. Watt chase you around. You're gonna get tired. Your final thoughts on this game, Caleb?
Yeah, I don't know where the Ravens go from here because they just maybe they keep eking out wins. I probably think they eke out another bad win against the Steelers this week, but that's just not going to be good enough going forward in the playoffs.
All right, Caleb. Now let's go to the other game: Rams, Packers, Aaron Rodgers versus Matthew Stafford. Yeah. Is there a word stronger than hate? Is there? Despise? Despise is just as hate. Is just as bad as hate. I do not like Matthew Stafford anymore. Loathe. Despise. Hate. You know what? His wife's probably going to throw a corn dog at me. But, you heard that story?
Wait, I saw it earlier in the game.
Where Kelly Stafford threw a corn dog at a fan and injured them.
Oh,
yeah, it was the previous week. She got like angry and threw a corn dog and it hit a fan. You know what I mean? So she probably could throw a corn dog at me. I'm shocking that they almost won this game towards the end because they shouldn't have been in this game. The Packers won 36-29. Packers are 9-3. Rams are 7-4. Odell Beckham Jr. caught a touchdown interception. Good for him. But, they lost because Matthew Stafford sucks. That's why. That's what happened.
I mean, it's not a coincidence. OBJ, they signed him and they're 0-3, and the Giants didn't win shit with him.
Oh, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. We didn't
win. What did they win?
Yes, we did.
You
we made the playoffs. We win the play. We
And
went
you
11-5
lost
and
first round once.
so, but we won with him. You act like he was like
They
the
didn't
reason
win
we
with
lost.
him. They didn't do
You,
anything with him.
Caleb, we had no offensive line and our defense wasn't good. You think
Oh,
a wide
now it's
receiver
all
is gonna?
about them.
It
Oh,
was
but
always
he's so
about
good.
them.
Oh, it's
It
so
was
good.
always
He
about
can win
them.
those games.
Oh my God, you are a maniac if you think that's true. Are you
How
blaming
am I a
Odell Beckham?
maniac? He's a
This is not Odell's
loser. He's a
fault. He's
loser.
not a loser.
He's a
You know what?
loser.
Okay, fine. Amari Cooper's a loser.
How?
Y'all didn't win anything with him. The Raiders didn't win anything with him. He didn't win anything. What did he win?
OBJ's a loser.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
By Caleb, by your logic, all three of your receivers are losers. DK Metcalf's a loser. Debo Samuel's a loser. Julio Jones is a loser.
He
Antonio
makes no.
Brown's
OBJ
Antonio
makes the
Brown.
teams lose.
Antonio Brown and Julio Jones have done the exact same thing as Odell Beckham Jr. They have won nothing.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't win any
OBJ
Super
makes
Bowls.
his teams lose
How?
because
He
they have
was
to
like
force
the
it to his crying ass.
No, they don't have to. That's the
They
that's
do.
the mis
That's
the
literally what happens.
That's
They have
literally
to
the
force it to his
misconception.
crybaby
That is
ass.
a misconception, bro.
That is not
It's
a misconception.
That
He
is a
cries like a
misconception.
little girl.
No,
with
he
a ball.
doesn't.
Wham,
No.
wham, with the ball.
Oh my
and then they
God,
have to force it to his ass.
you are so out of your no, absolutely not.
Yes, that's what happens.
Misconception. It's a misconception,
That's
bro.
not a misconception. That's exactly what happens.
Wait a minute, because you're probably reading your biased Cowboy news.
That's
It's
not
a
biased.
misconception.
That's
It
what
is
happens.
biased.
What happened with the Giants? Eli forced it to his dumb ass, and then they lose.
Because
Like,
Eli only
Patrick
had one
Mayfield
option.
has to force
It was
it to his
only
dumb ass, and
him.
they lose.
It was
Stafford's
literally
doing
only
the same
him.
shit, and they're losers.
Oh my God! You're on the
It's
Giants
not.
team.
It's not a
You're
conception.
wrong.
It's literally
No,
facts.
you're wrong.
What's
I'll
happening?
tell you why
can
you're
just
wrong.
look at the game for what's happening.
You let me tell you why you're wrong? Because literally, when he was with the Giants, he was the only wide receiver. Who else was he going to throw it to?
Anybody who's open.
Who? No one else was open.
Get open.
Literally, you see, that's the thing. I watched the Giants.
And you force it to him, and then you lose.
Because we had nobody else. There was no one else. Then we drafted Sterling Shepard, and he played with him for a year. And then we traded him away.
Because he's a loser.
No, he's not.
He is.
Oh my God! All right, let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. All right. Does this prove that the Rams aren't Super Bowl contenders?
Yeah. No way. I mean, they can't win with Stafford. Stafford's not going to win a playoff game.
No, he's not.
He never was. They never were Super Bowl contenders.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Well, they weren't Super Bowl contenders the year they made it to the Super Bowl. Okay, so like,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Now here's the thing with Matthew Stafford. They literally told you, just be better than Jared Goff, and he can't even do that. That's how bad he is. He can't even do that. You know what I mean? And then you have these analysts who defend him and say, it's a team sport. Okay, then why are the Rams losing? If everything else is great, why are they losing? Because of Matthew Stafford. You know what I mean? He played with one of the greatest wide receivers to walk planet Earth. A man who was 6'5" and can run a 4.3, a 4.4. A wide receiver that any team would want. A wide receiver that people looked at and was like, he's wasting his career in Detroit. And you won 0 playoff games.
Yep.
Jim Caldwell was a great coach. I don't know why Jim Caldwell doesn't have a head coaching job. You know what I mean? It's borderline disrespectful and it's borderline racist. Let's be real. It's racist. Jim Caldwell not having a coaching job after what he did with the Detroit Lions. Him and Marvin Lewis not having head coaching jobs. Give Marvin Lewis the resources any other coach had that he had in Cincinnati. Marvin Lewis would have won I bet you he would have won a Super Bowl. Yeah, I said it. I think Marvin Lewis would have won a Super Bowl if he coached any other team except the Cincinnati Bengals. Matthew Stafford is an abomination, and Aaron Rodgers is a dumbass. So
yeah, but he's still good. So.
He's very good. He's very good, and that's what the Packers are. And the Packers literally were being beat up the entire game. There was a moment where Aaron Donald chokeslammed one of the Packers linemen, and he wasn't called for a flag. Literally, like he choked him. He was choking him, and then he threw him to the ground. And It's and like literally, and then like Darnell Savage had like three interceptions that were flagged and they weren't interceptions. So like he got screwed over. Um, Packers are surviving without Zadarius Smith, David Bakhtiari, and Elgin Jenkins. You know what I mean? Those are Pro Bowlers and all pro people. So they're surviving. And this is what you call a team. And you know what? I'm a big fan of Matt LaFleur. You know what I mean? Because Matt LaFleur, he's like, you know what? Screw y'all. This is what I do. You know what I mean? Like that famous game against the Niners where he was like, take that, mother lover. You know what I mean? Where he was angry at Kyle Shanahan for trying to steal his quarterback. And Matt LaFleur is showing everybody what's up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, your final thoughts on this game, Caleb.
Yeah, Packers, do look like the super contender. The way they won this game because they pretty much had control the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
They, pretty much made it look easy. So yeah, and it's gonna be tough to beat in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. And the turnover battle. The Rams had 3 turnovers, and the Packers had 1. That's how you win. Win the turnover battle, win the game. Yeah, Justin Herbert did get punched in the gut, and nothing happened. He got punched by Cam Hayward,
Yeah.
and Cam Hayward got away with it, bro. It's wild. It's wild. All right, Caleb. Our next game, was it? You said Chargers Broncos, or you say Niners
Yeah.
Vikings?
Chargers Broncos.
All right, Chargers Broncos. It's a divisional matchup. You know how divisional games are. They're always wacky. Sometimes someone gets upset. Chargers, they lost to the Broncos by 15, and this was all about the Denver's defense. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It was
And
all
that's
about
the,
the
that's the
Denver's defense.
craziest part because you thought after Von Miller's trade, you thought like this defense is going to crap, and that's the most surprising part that they've gotten better. They look great, you know, uh, without him. Um, and all Bridgewater really has to do is just not make mistakes, and that's what he's been doing. He got knocked out of this game, but he came back, and he's able to hold on to that win. Yeah, just Herbert, had some really bad turnovers in this game, mostly because I would more blame it on the defense, just making great plays, than just Herbert just making really bad mistakes. So yeah, give big credit to the Broncos defense this game.
Yeah, and I was watching this game, and literally, like, as I was watching it, I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And like, because the defense showed up, man. Like everybody, man. Patrick Surtain had an interception. Like he's looking like a good pick. You know what I mean? I think he was always a good pick. People just didn't think they were gonna pick him. That's the thing. He was gonna be a great football player. Like he
Yeah,
was.
that's why I
Everyone was
wanted
like,
him.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted this
exactly.
guy.
Like he was the best corner
I'm
in the
happy, of course.
entire draft. Like literally, like I don't know where JC Horn came from. Literally, I don't understand where JC Horn came from. I always thought it was gonna be Patrick Surtain Jr., Patrick Surtain the second. He's the best corner. He's the best corner. If like I don't know why Carolina, if they were gonna choose a corner, I don't know why they didn't choose him. That's the thing. I don't understand it. I just didn't understand it. But I always knew he was gonna be a great football player. Like that's the thing. Like that's the thing with these some of these picks. Great player, bad pick. But now we realized he's their starting corner. So it was a good pick. It was a good pick because they'll just ride it out with Teddy for a
Yeah.
couple of years until they hit a draft class where they're like, got our guy, got our guy. And the Denver
Or
Broncos
maybe they can make
fans,
it work. Maybe they
they
can
could make
work.
it
I
work.
mean, their
They could
defense
make it
keeps
work.
improving like this and
Yes,
keeps playing like. Why can't they? They could. They could. I mean, they won it with a broken down Peyton Manning. They could win it with
exactly.
a
Like
pretty
literally,
good
the broken down
Bridgewater.
Peyton Manning was worse than Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally. And here's the thing, man. And they're finding these defensive gems. Baron Browner, he was a linebacker out of Ohio State, top recruit. He was like the number one linebacker in the nation. He went to Ohio State. He didn't really pop on tape. You know what I mean? So he kind of got lost in the shuffle, and they drafted him in the 3rd round. I was watching the entire game. His name was being said the entire broadcast because he was making plays left and right. He batted a ball down. He caught Austin Eckler. They keep finding these linebackers from nowhere, man. Like Brandon Marshall, Danny Trevathan, Wesley Woodyard. You know what I mean? Now they got this freaking, I remember Shane Ray back in the day. Bradley Chubb played this game.
Yeah.
They're replacing Von Miller with Bradley Chubb. You know what I mean? Like that's who Like that's why they got rid of Von Miller. Oh, and one more thing, where the hell was Von Miller against the Packers?
Yeah, he hasn't shown up since he's been signed.
Poof, gone. Like, and that's shocking to me because this is Von Miller we're talking about, man. This is
He's
Von
hurt a
Miller.
lot.
Yeah, he's getting older, man. And defense, honestly, man, let's be real here, man. Defensive linemen, when they start getting hurt, it's they need a year or two to recuperate because they're playing the most physically demanding position on the field. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen are always they're always going full force, 110%,
Yeah.
banging on each other, man. And they're always hurting each other. They're always hurting each other, you know what I mean? So like that's why you need to be deep at defensive line because you need to send waves, you know what I mean? Oh, and like, I mean, let's not talk about Justin Simmons. You got Simmons, Surtain, Baron Browner, Bradley Chubb. Sweet baby Jesus. Whoa. You have a star player at every level. Defensive line, Chubb. Linebackers, Browner. Corners and safeties, Simmons and Surtain. That's a fluid defense right there, man. And then here's the thing, too. Their three receivers, Sutton, Judy, Patrick. When Sutton and Judy get cooking, man, it's gonna be a wrap. If they get themselves a goon quarterback, it's over. And here's the thing too.
And they have a good run game too.
Yeah, Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon the second.
Yeah,
Javonte Williams is a great pickup. You know, it was him and Michael Carter. They were the two running backs out of North Carolina. Carter's at the Jets. Williams is with the Broncos. Great pickups by both teams. Phenomenal running backs. Keb, your final thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Broncos can do some. Like I'm making pick now, but I like them against the Chiefs this week. You know, I think they can challenge for the division. I really do think they. I do think they can.
Honestly, you know what? They could win. You know what I mean? Like the Chiefs' defense may have improved, but the offense hasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This could be a defensive slugfest on Sunday Night Football. Honestly, I don't know why it's on Sunday Night Football. It should have been Cincinnati versus the Chargers. You have Burrow, Herbert, young quarterback duel. I would have gone with that. I would have gone with
no fans.
Well, you don't know that until you watch the game. You know what I mean? So, like, don't be saying that without knowing for a fact, sir. How dare you? The city of Cincinnati exists. And you know what, Caleb? They were great in the 80s. They were great.
And then they were great sense.
No, what are you talking about, man? They made the playoffs multiple times with Andy
Dalton.
Dalton.
Great. I mean, good. Great.
They won the division like 4 times.
It's good. They didn't do anything after.
Well, okay, then. So you're telling me a team that's won the division multiple times, and like, you don't think they developed fans over the years? Chad Ochocinco. Yeah. You don't think Ocho got some fans?
Maybe 2.
Screw you. Well, he right here. This is one of Ocho's fans right here. Chad Ochocinco's my dog. Yo, man, there was a time in my life where I would say Chad Ochocinco was like the greatest wide receiver of all time. I didn't believe it, but I would defend him on it because I loved Ochocinco so much. You know what I mean? Because kid, you remember NFL Street 3?
I don't think I played that one.
I didn't forget about it. You
don't NFL Street, just not the third one.
Well, NFL Street. You know, NFL Street. There's 3 of them. Ocho was on the third one. He was the cover. It was him with the ball, and he had the grill, and he was smiling at it. He's like, Eee. And I was like, I want to be that man. I want a grill, and I want to play for the Cincinnati Bengals. I literally said that, dude. My goal in life was to have a grill and play for the Cincinnati Bengals. It never worked because I never grew over 5'6.5". But still, a boy can dream.
You get a grill.
I could get a grill. I could give me some slugs. I could get some slugs. But you know what I mean? Like I gotta go full Ocho, you know what I mean? You know, I got full Ocho, you know what I mean? Full Cinco. And change my name to Ferris 42. You know what I mean? That's it. Yeah. That's 42. I don't know why I said 42. At least it's
accurate Spanish.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of Ocho Cinco. Cuatro Dos. That's what my name's gonna be. Ferris Cuatro Dos. Or Ferris Cinco. Ferris Cinco, bro. My name's gonna be Ferris Cinco. It's gonna be Cinco on the back. All right. Caleb, your final thoughts on Chargers,
I just gave my final thoughts.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the game, All right, now let's go to a game that was a shootout. Actually, it wasn't a shootout. It was a beatdown. Then it became a shootout. Um, Colts go up 24-14 at halftime,
Hmm.
and then the Buccaneers just put it on them. And Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things. With 20 seconds left, he leads a drive, hands it off to Leonard Fournette because he had 4 touchdowns this week, and he scores the game-winning touchdown with 20 seconds left, and game was over. Caleb, your thoughts on the impending shootout?
This was a turnover fest. At least to begin with, they had like 3 turnovers combined in the first half, and then Carson Wentz turns it over 3 more times in the
Five turnovers for the Colts.
okay, yeah. Yeah. So he turned over 2 more times in the second half.
Ochoa
Yeah,
goes the man of the people. Damn right he is. Tough.
yeah. So yeah, and that's what we wait for. We just wait for Carson Wentz to make these stupid mistakes that he does, and that's what screws up the Colts. The Colts are a good team. They're a legit team. It's just
They
they're
have no
all
quarterback.
dependent on Carson Wentz not making dumb mistakes. And if he does, they're gonna lose. And that's what happened here. Made dumb mistakes and they lost the game. They were in it. They had a chance to win it, plenty of chances to win it, but they could never get over the Bucks. They never got the lead, and they couldn't. And that's pretty much why. But yeah, the Bucks did what the Bucks do. They scored a lot of points and they got the win.
Yeah, man, pretty much that's what it was, man. Win the turnover battle, win the game. That was the story. They turn over the ball 5 times, 3 fumble losses and 2 interceptions. You're not gonna win the game. You're not gonna unlike some special miracle like you're playing the Browns and your quarterback throws 4 interceptions and you still win the game because you're playing the Browns. Yeah, but most times if you're facing a competent team, like even like a not even a great team, a good team or a fine team, you turn over the ball 5 times, you're not winning the game. And you turned over 5 times against Tom Brady. Tom Brady took you to school and showed you why he is the GOAT. Well, the GOAT quarterback. Why he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? You don't do that against Tom Brady. You just don't
Yeah.
do that. You don't do that. Pretty much.
And it shows how much Gronk he needs Gronk because they weren't winning without him, and now they've gotten these 2 straight wins with Gronk back. So it's
No,
vital
yeah, man,
to how he plays.
hey man, let's be real, man. Gronk's the greatest tight end to walk planet Earth. Let's be real. Like, why are we debating this? Like, no offense to Tony Gonzalez. I love Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez, University of California. Like, I love him. You know what I mean? It was one time he signed himself. Uh, he's the greatest tight end to walk planet Earth, bro. He's 6'8". He can block like a left tackle. He can catch like a wide receiver. And who are you gonna send him? You're gonna send a linebacker on him? No. You're gonna abuse the linebacker. You're gonna send a corner? Too big. You're gonna send a safety? Too big. Linebacker? Too fast. What are you gonna do to 87? Nothing. 87, Rob Gronkowski, and I will take this to my dying breath, is the greatest tight end to walk planet Earth. I'm sorry, Tony Gonzalez.
I
I'm
still
sorry,
got Tony Gonzalez.
because of the records. I'm not gonna debate you on that. You know what I mean? But Rob Gronkowski, no, scratch that. Tony Gonzalez says he's better than him. Tony Gonzalez has said Rob's the greatest. You know what I
I think
mean?
he's just being humble.
Yeah, he's being humble, but let's be real. He's also telling the truth. You know what I
Um,
mean? Gronk's a monster, but like still, like he, like Tom Brady, needs Rob Gronkowski. It's a simple fact because Rob Gronkowski is the greatest tight end of all time. Okay,
in your
because
opinion?
in my opinion, my opinion, a lot of people's opinion, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people's opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be real here. I'm not like this. Is not like a hot take, Caleb. That's not hot. That's a really cold, like ice frozen take. I'm gonna be real. Like, let's be real here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You're right. Like he needs Gronk more than Gronk needs Tom Brady. You know what I mean? It's really clear. I need Rob Gronkowski. It is what it is. Caleb, your final thoughts, or are you all good?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna go next
All
game.
right, let's do it. The next one, Caleb, we have uh
Against Patriots.
Patriots, Titans. Patriots, winners of 5 in a row, I believe, including this game. Uh you know, Bill Belichick being Bill Belichick and being great.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. The man is the greatest. Like, like 20, 20 dude, Caleb, think about this, man. I'm 23 years old. You're 28 years old. Most of our life, the Patriots have been the best team in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
For 23 years, the Patriots have been the gold standard of the NFL. That doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen. Like the Steelers had some bad years. The Ravens had some bad years. The Giants have had 12 years of bad years. Like these are like seminal teams in the NFL. Packers didn't look good for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like Patriots, my entire life, I've never witnessed the Patriots being horrible at football. Last year, I thought I was going to start seeing it, but guess what? Last year, they weren't even that bad. They were bad, but they weren't like Cleveland Browns bad
Yeah.
or
And we
like
were like
Jackson.
a well coached, no talent team.
Exactly. And then what Bill
And
Belichick
they
did
got
that,
then they signed a bunch of guys and got some guys
yeah, like Bill Belichick was like, let me just start
that
spending
opted
money.
out. So they got players now, and now
Yeah.
they're a
And
well coached, good
like
team.
like if y'all know who Lunch Break Hot Take, shout out to Lunch Break Hot Take who was in the chat. Uh the guy is Matthew Judon. Matthew Judon's a great defensive end. like that's how you know the Ravens are a horribly coached team and they do not know what a scheme is. Matthew Judon goes to the Patriots and all you hear is like, oh, Matthew Judon's like the one of the five best defensive ends in the entire National Football League. And I'm like, the guy who said body built by Taco Bell is a top five defensive end? How? Because he went with the GOAT and showed y'all what's up. And you know what, man? Shout out to Josh McDaniel for making the game smoother and easier for Mac Jones. Mac Jones, here's the thing about Mac Jones. Here's the thing about Mac Jones, Caleb. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. He's still a first round pick, right? He was drafted in the first round, right? You
Yeah.
know, pick 15, right? Pick 15. Why do people talk about him like he was like some fourth round pick?
Because I mean, he looked that way coming out.
He okay,
He kind of just shot up late in the game for the draft.
but yeah, I know, but like, good point. Yes, that's a good point. But like, he was still a fifth round pick. You know what I mean? A fifth. No, he's still a first round pick, 15th overall.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, no offense. He must thank his lucky stars that people thought he was a system quarterback because you know what? If no one thought that, he would have been the Jets quarterback. And look at the Jets, bro. Look at the Jets. So, yo, man,
Didn't they win? They won.
I don't know, but they didn't win with Zach Wilson. Did they beat the Texans? Well, they beat the Texans. They should have beaten the Texans, bro. But like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like Josh McDaniel is just waiting until Bill Belichick becomes the GM of the team, so he becomes the head coach, and he's made people like Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby Myers. They're playing very good football. Ramon Day Stevenson, Damian Harris. This is an offensive unit that's playing together, and they're all just like following the game plan. And he's like Mac Jones, who has the best passer rating in NCAA history, the best passing efficiency in NCAA history. Let me repeat that. In NCAA history, nobody's better than his rating and his passing efficiency. Is a very efficient passer in the NFL, and people are shocked. How are people this shocked?
The type of offense that they run.
Exactly, which is perfect. He has the perfect situation, literally. And Bill Belichick is probably in his office, in his evil little laugh, laughing it up, saying, "Ha ha ha! You thought I was dead, motherfuckers? I'm Dr. Frankenstein. I ain't the monster. I'll just create a new monster." And that's what he did. Just wait. For the next 15 years, no one will like Mac Jones ever again. Yeah, see, and Jose, right here. Judons, Darius Smith, Yannick Ngakoue. Exactly, man. The Ravens are just a horrible, like they're not a good team. Like Lamar Jackson. If you take Lamar Jackson off of the team, they would only have one win this year.
I mean, you could say that about a lot of teams, other quarterbacks.
Exactly. But still. But no, let's see. If we take all the good quarterbacks off of everybody's team, like every quarterback is playing with their backups, there's a couple teams who would still win. I believe so. But the Ravens would be those teams that would only have like one win. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I said.
I mean, they won without him, didn't they?
One. They won one game. I said they're gonna have one win. You know what I mean? Exactly. Caleb, your thoughts on this game?
It was surprising that the Titans had a good running game. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even with that out Derrick Henry,
200-yard rushers.
Yeah, 270 yards as a team rushing, and they scored 13 points. Like, literally, their offense is based off the run, and they had a run game, yet they couldn't score any points. That's what's baffling. Like, I don't understand that. Tannehill couldn't really get anything done. He played pretty bad. But yeah, that's the surprising part about the Titans' offense. Like, it was confusing.
Hey man, they're frauds. They're frauds. That's what they are.
I mean, I don't think they're frauds. I mean, they were based off of Derrick Henry, and they don't have Derrick Henry, but they still had a good run game. So that's what I'm saying. That's how I was confused.
Yeah, that's what's throwing people off right now. Yeah, I understand. I understand that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, man. I'm looking up Dontrell Hilliard. Damn it, he got picked up by everybody.
Why are you doing your fantasy team right now? What the hell's wrong with you? We're doing a damn show.
Sorry, man.
Goddamn attention. What's wrong with you?
I am paying attention. I wanted Dontrell Hilliard because he had 131 rushing yards and a touchdown, man. Gosh darn it.
You might as well not show up, Ferris. You might as well not show up.
Okay, why you gotta keep disrespecting me like that, dog? You keep disrespecting me like this. Who do you think you is, dog? You ain't my mama, all right? You can't keep disrespecting me like this, okay? You watch yourself, all right? Or I'll come to your house and burn all your Cowboys gear.
I'm just saying, do your job.
I am doing my job.
You were doing fantasy. That's what you were doing.
That's still my job.
It's not your job.
Right? You're not Bill Belichick, all right? You don't do that. Do your job smack to me, loser, all right? You do your job.
I am doing my job.
All right, my microphone, sorry. All right, let's move on. Let's be real.
Talk about your crappy Giants.
I don't want to, man. They're horrible.
Well, we're going to talk about them anyways.
All right, fine. Let's talk about them. They suck, and we beat a team that sucks more than us. All right, it's over. Anything else?
But how? How'd you beat them?
It was a defensive slugfest.
They don't suck worse than you. They actually a little bit better than you, and you still beat them.
No, our defense was way better.
Yeah, your defense.
Our defense is way better, dude. We had 3 interceptions. We had 3 interceptions.
I know you had 3 interceptions, and you scored 13.
I know, because our offense is horrible. I literally told you this. They're not a very good team. Like literally, Saquon Barkley only had 40 yards. Daniel Jones only had 222 yards and 1 touchdown. We had 1 touchdown.
Garrett wasn't the problem?
No, he wasn't the problem. Like, he isn't. Well, he's part of the problem, but he ain't like. But getting rid of him ain't the solution, dude. We don't. Our main problem, like I tell everybody, no offense to Kadarius Toney, he shouldn't be a New York Giant. We should have drafted Rashawn Slater. We should have drafted Rashawn Slater. We should have done what Stephen Jones did when he drafted Zach Martin. It wasn't the sexy pick. It wasn't the pick that was flashy. It was a guard. Well, he played tackle. Zach Martin played tackle, but he was a guard. We need guards. You know when we were playing good, Caleb? You know when we were playing good? When Nick Gates, who used to be our center, when we made him a guard, our offensive line played well. We played very well. We beat the Saints. And then he broke his leg the next week.
Damn.
Broke his leg. And we had no more guards. And the guards now, we're making centers. Matt Skura, who used to be a center, a guard. We have no guards. And we literally had, see, here's the thing. This draft, I want 2 offensive linemen. I want Tyler Lindbaum, the center out of Iowa, and I want Keon Green. the guard tackle out of Texas A&M. He can play guard tackle and he can play both. And we have Tyler Lindbaum, who is, let me repeat this to you, Tyler Lindbaum, remember this name, is the best center prospect that people have scouted in over 15 years. Let me repeat this. He is the best center prospect that anyone has ever recruited in 15 years. He does stuff that centers shouldn't be able to do. Caleb, here's the thing. They ran power, right?
Yeah.
You know how in power you have to get to the outside shoulder of the guy?
Mm-hmm.
He got to the outside shoulder of the defensive end. Of the defensive end. From the center position. He churned the defensive end in. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Offensive linemen drool over this man. Jeff Schwartz, Duke Merriweather, offensive big boy football on Twitter. They look at him and they salivate. If Quentin Nelson can be drafted 6th overall in the NFL, why the hell can't Tyler Lindbaum be drafted 8th overall by the New York Giants? Because you know what? We need him and another guard. So I want offensive linemen. I don't want a wide receiver. I don't want a running back. I don't want corners. I don't want linebackers. Give me 2 offensive linemen. You better give me 2 offensive linemen. Caleb, no, not you. Like, you're not going to give me offensive linemen. I want David Gettleman fired, and I want the guy who replaces him to draft 2 offensive linemen. Because you know what? That will be sexy to me. Because you know what? No, hell no. There's no.
Well, that's what you guys gonna do.
No, we're not. I swear to God. What quarterback?
I don't know.
Who?
Someone's gonna surprise
Matt OK Corral?
Matt
OK Corral? No, he's not a very good quarterback. All right, he's a fine quarterback, but I don't think he's all that. Offensive lineman, 2 of them, please. It's like I'm at a buffet, and I'm like, give me 2 plates of noodles and shrimp puppies, and then a side of rice.
Noodles in a bowl, a plate,
whatever. You know what I mean? Stop being why you gotta be semantical, sir? Stop being semantical. All right. Offensive linemen, 2 of them, and one of them better be Tyler Lindbaum. Okay. All right, Caleb, your thoughts on this game?
Eagles suck. Giants suck. I'm glad they both suck because we're gonna win the division.
Well, Caleb, like, no offense, like, you better win the division, bro. Like, if you don't win the division, you're not a very good team. Team is horrible. None of these teams are good. Okay, like, none of them are good.
Right? I mean, Washington's coming on. They won a few games in a row.
Washington. Screw Washington. I hate professional football. Yeah, they are. We're not a very good team. I literally just said this to you. We're not a very good team. All right? Literally just told you this. I literally just went on a rant how we need offensive linemen. Thank you for pointing out the obvious, sir. You proud of yourself now?
I am proud.
You feel good about yourself? You feel good about yourself?
Good job.
Yeah. Shut up. All right. Let's move on.
All right. You want to get in this week?
Is that the end of last week?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, unless you want.
Yeah. Everyone else, they all sucked. All right. So now let's this week. All right. Colts Texans. Caleb. Colts Texans. Who you got?
I have the Colts because the Texans suck. I mean, what they got going for them? And the Colts are, before, I still think they're on a roll. Like, despite the loss, I still think they're on a roll. Because they look good. They score a lot of points, and yeah, it's better than the Texans.
Agree. Texans are not very good. Colts are better. Colts scored 31 points on the Buccaneers, and they're just gonna destroy the Texans this time around. All right, Vikings Lions. Caleb, who you got?
Got the Vikings because the Lions looked awful last week. I mean, they were pretty goddamn terrible. And Vikings, they're pretty good. They're a decent team. It's probably going to be a close game because that's what the Vikings like to do, is always keep it close, no matter who they play with, play bad team, good team. So it
Mhm.
probably will be a close game, but I got the Vikings.
I do too. I have the Vikings as well. The Lions are not a very good team. They're 0-10-1, and the Vikings always seem. And this is also a 10 o'clock game, so um, Vikings. Oh, it's a 10 o'clock game, so Kirk Cousins is going to show up. So he on prime time he doesn't show up, but again in a 10 o'clock game he will show up. All right, Giants Dolphins. Caleb, who you got?
Well, this one of my betting picks. I got the Dolphins -3 in this one. Despite the Giants winning last week, their offense looked horrendous, and the Dolphins, starting to get together. They've been on a winning streak, and Tua's looked pretty good. Like he's looking pretty efficient. I think he's got like 80% of his passes in the last few games. And yeah, they've scored 22 more points in the last 3 games. So they're scoring points. They're looking good. And Giants, don't look good. So yeah, I'll lay the 3 points at home and take Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins are going to beat them more than 3 points, man. The Dolphins defense is rounding to shape. They're swarming nowadays. They're like they took the Ravens lunch money. You know what I mean? On that Thursday night, and then they beat down on the Texans, and they're just going to beat down on the Giants. Before we move on, Caleb, we have a new one in the chat. L
Oh yeah.
P Piparono. I don't know if I said your name right. I apologize. He said, "What do you guys think about LVE? Is he getting a contract?" I don't know who LVE
Probably not.
is. Who's LVE?
But Lane Van Der Esch.
Leighton Vander Esch. Oh, so you don't think they're gonna resign him?
No, I
You
mean
know
he's
that block?
not playing, um, awesome. He's playing good. He's doing his job out there, but he's not playing like he was his rookie year. So I don't really think he'll
I
get
mean,
a contract.
They kept paying Sean Lee. So,
He was good. Like I mean, he played great
uh,
when he wasn't hurt. When he wasn't hurt, he was playing one of the best linebackers in the game. So that's why we kept paying him. He LB's playing good, but he's not
yeah.
worth another contract.
All right, now let's move on. Bucks, Falcons. I'll go here. I'm going with the Bucks, even though they don't have Antonio Brown and Mike Edwards. That's the thing. Like breaking news, everyone that we didn't talk about. 3 people in the NFL have been suspended for the next 3 games without pay for falsifying vaccination cards. John Franklin III, Antonio Brown, and Mike Edwards. But here's the thing: people kept talking about Antonio Brown, Antonio Brown. Mike Edwards, the safety that plays a lot for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he won't be playing for the next 3 games. So watch that. Already depleted back end unit. Sean Murphy Bunting,
Mm.
Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis the second. They're kind of injured and banged up. Antonio Winfield Jr. He's not hurt, but like he's the only safety. But the problem is the Bucks are facing the Falcons, and they're
Yeah,
gonna beat the Falcons down.
the
So Bucks.
Falcons. Yeah, this is another one of my betting picks. Falcons have no offense. Like they don't score anything. Um, Matt Ryan always is not playing very well right now. And in the first matchup, they lost by 23. So I'm taking the Bucks -11 because they were
Mhm.
a 13.5 point favorite last time. So I think pretty sure they can cover it again. And in the NFC, when the Falcons play NFC South, they're like 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 home games. So yeah, yeah, it's a lot. It's a big point spread to lay. I usually don't like laying that many points, but there's a lot of games this week that have big point spreads, and yeah, so I'm going to take them.
All right. I said the Bucks. Eagles, Jets. I'm gonna go with the Eagles, even though the Eagles lost to us last week. They are a better team. I don't know why we beat them. I just love how we beat the Eagles when we don't. The season doesn't matter. Then when the season matters, we always find a way to lose to them. Eagles gonna beat the Jets. All Jalen Hurts has to do is not give the ball to Jalen Rager. Just don't pass him the ball. Just don't give him the ball. Just don't. And then they're gonna win because it's the Jets. And I root for Robert Sala because due to the fact that he's the first Arabian Muslim head coach in the entire NFL. He's Lebanese. He's from Lebanon. So he's not my people, but he's someone that like is a representation of my Arabianness and Muslimness. and I want him to be successful. But I think the Eagles just take it because the Jets don't have any talent. Like, and the you know what? Like, and I don't like Zach Wilson. You know what I mean? I just don't like him. You know, he was never. I never thought he was good. Like, I never understood where people thought he was good. You know what I mean? I remember watching him against Coastal Carolina when he was being assaulted by the defensive lineman. You remember that, Caleb, right? You remember that, Caleb? You ever seen that GIF?
No.
No, okay, I got to show you that GIF. But yeah, like it's the Jets, it's the Eagles. Eagles win.
All right. I got the Jets in the upset because I don't think the Jalen Hurts can really throw the ball right now. He threw 3 picks last game. Couldn't even beat the Giants. Why can't he? I don't understand why he's going to beat the Jets because, yeah, they're really bad. They can't he can't hit his receivers. They scored 7 points last game. That's terrible. So yeah, I'll take the Jets at least can score. So I'll take them.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Cardinals Bears. We don't know if Jalen Hurts is gonna play. Jalen Fields, not Hurts. Jalen Fields.
Justin
He still has
Fields.
what did I say?
He's not going to play. I think they already said.
Justin Fields. I said Jalen. Didn't I?
I
I said
think they already
Jalen.
said Dalton's going to play.
Also, Don's gonna play. Also, the Cards are gonna win the game.
I mean, they're going to win anyways.
Yeah, they were gonna win anyways. Yeah, you're right.
So it didn't even matter.
And here's the thing too. It's not even because of their offense. Screw their offense, dude. Isaiah Simmons, Chandler Jones, Byron Mufree, Buda Baker.
Are they going to have Kyler back?
Who?
Is Kyler playing?
He's playing. I think this is the first game back. And the Cardinals are they're just going under the radar. They're the most complete team. If you think about it, dude. And like I'm gonna be rich. I'm eating my crow, dude. I shitted on Cliff Kingsbury since the day I've seen him. You know what I mean? I shit on him. I called him a spoiled brat who got a job he doesn't deserve. I went after him, and all he's done. You know all he's done, Caleb? Shove it right in my face. Shove it right up in my face. And you know what? He's not going to Oklahoma, people. By the way, why would he go to? Why would he go? He failed in college. By the way, I should point that out. He was a failure in college, but he's a success in the pros because
he doesn't recruit.
Yeah, exactly. The GM does the recruiting. Steve Keim does the recruiting. He gets the players. Cliff just coaches. You know what I mean? And Cliff said, I want Kyler Murray. So they got rid of Josh Rosen. You know what I mean? And it was a great decision. Great decision because you know what, Josh Rosen? You spoiled, stuck-up brat. This is what happens when you don't work hard. This is what happens, man. You spoiled rich kid. And then, yeah, I think the Cardinals will win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, that's what you think?
Yeah, I think so. Cardinals.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals.
All right, Caleb. Now we got the young gun shootout at 10 o'clock in the morning. Chargers, Bengals. Burrow, Herbert. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams versus T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Joe Mixon versus Austin Eckler. And who's home? The Bengals? Are the Bengals home?
I gotta check. The Bengals are home.
I'm going with the Bengals because West to East. West team never succeeds. I'm going with the East Coast team. Bengals in a shootout.
Yeah. I got the Bengals too for similar reasons. I mean, this is a pretty evenly matched a matchup. Two young good quarterbacks going at it. But I think the Bengals are just playing better right now. So, I got them.
All right. And let's moving on. Like the Jeffersons, moving on up. Jaguars, Rams. All right. I can say with full confidence, that the Rams are going to win this game despite Matthew Stafford's throwing an interception or two. Let me tell you why. Because the Jaguars aren't very good, okay? They're not very good. Cooper Kupp's going to have a field day. Odell Beckham Jr. is going to have a field day. And Aaron Donald is going to kill somebody, okay? That's pretty much what's happened. They're going to win in spite of Matthew Stafford's existence on their team. Going Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams as well. But this is one of my betting picks. But I do not take them to cover. I will take the Jaguars plus 13. I don't think the Rams are going to run away with this. I think it's going to be a much closer game because the Rams aren't playing good. Well, why should I think they're going to blow them out? Yeah, the Jaguars are bad, but
I'll take the 13.
The Rams are playing bad.
I'll take the 13. Hey, Kev, can you send me a play Bill and say I take this game. I take this one
What's
because
that?
I'm gonna take the 13. Wait,
Yeah.
no, betting's haram. Betting's haram. All right, all right. Let's moving on. I was gonna tell you to pay me give me a slip, give me a big gambling slip.
Oh,
Then I
wait, you're
realized,
sending money?
yeah, I was, but I
Okay.
realized I can't because it's
Oh,
against
you
my religion.
can.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. I'm kind of
Okay.
sad. All right, all right. Washington Raiders. I'm gonna go with the Raiders because one, the Raiders have played very well against a very good team like the Cowboys last week. And this is the Washington football team. They don't have Chase Young. They don't have that almighty defense, even though it wasn't that almighty anyway. I think it's going to be a shootout because the Raiders defense sometimes goes to sleep on occasion and they give up certain touchdowns. But I think the Raiders pull it out like in the 30s. Like they have to like in the 30s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Again, another one of my betting picks. I'm taking the Las Vegas Raiders at home, -2.5. Yeah, I think they're going to gain some momentum after beating the Cowboys. I think they were on that slump, like that. I think it was like 3-game skid that they had. And yeah, you got to get a big win. So I think they can. I think they can build off of that, and I think they can. Washington's not that good. They beat some
Yeah.
teams, but I think the Raiders at home are going to play really well.
All right, Caleb, now let's keep it moving. We got Ravens Steelers, a big AFC North matchup. I love how this became the AFC North rivalry over the past couple of years because like they're both good teams. I'm gonna go with the Steelers because of one reason only. I don't like Ben Roethlisberger. He's not a very good quarterback, and I hate him as a person. I love Lamar Jackson as a quarterback and a person, but Lamar Jackson has something that Ben Roethlisberger doesn't have. Well, no. Ben has something Lamar doesn't have. Lamar doesn't have an offensive line. And TJ Watt is going to chase Lamar around the field. Same as Cameron Hayward. And guess what? Lamar is a superhuman, but guess what? He isn't though. He's human. And you know what humans do? They slow down and they get tired when they're running for their life in circles, running away from TJ Watt and Cam Hayward. And they're going to sack him a couple of times. And you know what? If he has a game like he did last week, Steelers are winning this game because guess what? The Steelers dropped 37 points on the Chargers. It's not acting like the Steelers can't score. He may not have an elbow, but they can score. Is TJ Watt playing?
I don't even know.
Okay,
I
I need
don't
to find
think
that out.
so.
If he,
I
hold on,
feel
let me
like
find
he's
this
not.
out.
I feel like
Let me
he's not.
find it. Uh, oh, damn it, they got COVID. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
Yeah, so
oh.
he's
All
out.
right, okay. Oh, 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 oh. The Ravens are going to win. The Ravens
Yeah,
will win. Okay. Yeah, the Ravens
yeah,
win. The Ravens win.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, Steelers
yeah,
got no defense. They got no
yeah,
offense.
exactly. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, but
Ravens win.
Ravens are having their own problems on offense too,
Oh my
though.
God, both these teams suck, man. Like the Ravens have no offensive line.
Yeah, it's gonna be another rough game. It's gonna be another Ravens Browns game, ugly. But the Ravens are gonna somehow eke it out just barely in the final seconds and
Yeah,
final minute of the
Lamar's gonna do
game.
something spectacular. He's
Yeah,
gonna win the game.
throw it up to Mark Andrews
Yeah,
again and
yeah.
just win
Mark
the
Andrews.
game.
Yeah, Rashard Bateman's gonna have a good game probably. Damn, should I start Rashard Bateman? I don't know. I'll think about that later. Uh, yeah, it's pretty much what happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then now let's transition over to another divisional matchup, a divisional rival that spurred it out these past couple years. Niners, Seahawks. The Seahawks, Caleb. Hey, let me breaking news, Caleb. They signed Adrian Peterson.
It means in the practice squad.
Exactly. It means absolutely nothing. The Niners are going to win this game. Okay, they're
Yeah,
going to win this game, and that says a lot because the Niners aren't a very good team. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well,
That's
I
how
mean,
badly.
I think they're becoming.
I think
They
they're
come.
becoming a good team, but like they're not there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And their defense though is becoming back to good. You know, what I mean, Fred Warner, Dre
yeah.
Greenlaw, um, Jaquiski Tart. Damn it, I forget Jaquiski. I forget his name. Um, Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, very good players.
Yeah.
And I think there's the game planning is gonna get him. And like, no offense, like who on like besides Bobby Wagner, who on that defense scares you? Nobody.
Yeah.
And their safety, who should be playing linebacker, he isn't very good at the position he plays because he creates no turnovers. Literally has 3 interceptions in his last 3 years or something like that. He's not a very good player, man. He's not a very good player. He's a very good player. He's a great football player. But what position does he play?
Yeah.
I don't know. Caleb, your thoughts?
And Russell Wilson couldn't really get a first down in the last game. Like his offensive line is so bad right now. Like he couldn't throw the ball. He literally just could not even get rid of the ball, which is hilarious to watch. But they're really really bad and really really struggling in offense right now. I can't see them scoring very many points in this game, and I think the Niners win pretty easily.
Yep. Pretty much, brother. Pretty much. All right, now let's end it off, Caleb. Our big Sunday night games and our Monday night games. Sunday night, Broncos Chiefs. Who you got, brother?
This is one of my betting picks. I'm taking the Broncos +10, and even more than that, I'll take them outright. I think they're actually going to win this game. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, I really like what the Broncos are doing right now. I like the way they're playing, and coming out that big win last week. And I think 10 points is way too big of a spread. Even if you were picking the Chiefs to win this game, I don't see them covering that at all. I just think they've been overvalued all season long, and they're not very good against the spread. They can't cover. I mean, their record against the spread is in the last 20 games is 5-14-1. They're terrible against the spread, so I don't think they cover. But I'll take the Broncos +10.
All right. By the way, Caleb, I kind of disrespected Jamal Adams. He doesn't have 3 interceptions. That's very disrespectful of me. He has 4. 4 interceptions and 7 forced fumbles.
He's not a safety. He's a linebacker.
Why doesn't he play linebacker then? He's starting to piss me off. I'm starting to hate Jamal Adams. Bro, play linebacker. You're a linebacker. Safeties create turnovers. You're not creating turnovers. So play it. But the problem is, Seahawks don't look like they traded 2 first-round picks for a linebacker because you're not supposed to do that. All right. Yeah, I'm going. You know what? Caleb, you've convinced me. I'm going to go with the Broncos. You know what I mean? Because the Broncos defense, man, it's a little nasty. It's a little. Nah, I'm not going to bet. All right, calm down, people. Calm down. All right. It's a little nasty. I'm liking this defense. You know what I mean? So that's 2 interceptions this year, Jose. Is this Jose or Brodney? I don't care which one it is to you, but don't be coming here with this nonsense in my chat. That's 2 interceptions this year. And what week are we on, Caleb? Week what?
13.
13?
Yeah.
It's 2 interceptions. And he had 2 in the 3 years he was in New York. That's 4 interceptions in 5 years. That's half an interception a year. That's not a good, no, Jose, get out of my lawn, bro. Get off my lawn, young man. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn with this nonsense, sir. Baby steps, my derriere. It's year 5. It's year 5. I should at least have double-digit turnovers in interceptions, bro. How many interceptions did Ed Reed have in his first 5 years? All right, you know what? I'm going, what am I saying? I'm going with the Broncos because their defense is going to be playing very well. You know what I mean? It's going to be playing very well. Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, Baron Browner, Bradley Chubb. You know what I mean? The defense, the Chiefs may be playing better, but guess what? So are the Broncos. And it's a divisional matchup. They're always closer than you expect. I'm going Broncos. Caleb, finalist, Monday night game. Big AFC East matchup. The battle for first place. Is the Buffalo Bills, is the New England Patriots. Who you got, my brother?
This was the toughest game of the week to pick. Both teams are playing really good. Top of the AFC right now. It's hard not to pick the Patriots, but I'll pick the Bills. They're at home. I think they're just they have the better quarterback. So I'm going with the Bills.
I'm going to point out that Ed Reed had 5 interceptions in his first year in the NFL. So point that out. That's for you, Jamal Adams. You know what? I'm going with the Patriots. Let me tell you why I'm going with the Patriots. Is that the Bills lost Tre'Davious White, so they don't have their star corner. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with the Patriots because they're gonna have a good game plan, man. And I think they're gonna because the thing with the Bills is that I don't think they generate pressure very well. They're not a very they don't pressure you. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like they pressure people. Like who are you scared of? Ed Oliver, Jerry Hughes. You know what I mean? Eh, you know. And I think the Patriots are gonna win. And who are the corners you're scared of? No one. I think Kendrick Bourne and Jacoby Myers have a great game because Tre'Davious White isn't there. And I
Yeah.
love Sean McDermott. Give me some Sean McDermott. I love me some Sean McDermott. But I think you know what I mean. You're going against Bill Belichick. You're going against Bill Belichick, bro. And I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win, Caleb. Jose. Just for you, I'll look up Troy Polamalu stats. That's more of a. That's more of a. Uh, what's his face? Jamal Adams. That's more of a Jamal Adams.
I don't think that's more with Jamal Adams.
All right. All right. Troy Polamalu had 5 interceptions his second year in the NFL. And then he averaged 5.2, 3.0, 7.3, 7.2, 1.2. He has 32 interceptions, and 14 forced fumbles. So, how about you give me that, please? Give me that. That's all I ask of you for. Troy Polamalu had 1 year he had 0 interceptions, and I still think he's a better safety than Jamal Adams because he's the second greatest safety of all time. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? Not really. I think there's other safeties better than Troy Polamalu, but he's still a pretty good Hall of Fame safety. All right, Caleb. On that note, you know what? Did I just disrespect Troy Polamalu? What the hell? Sorry. I love you, Troy. Love your Head and Shoulders commercials. Go USC. Fight on. Fight on USC. Shout out to Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley, shout out to you.
I mean,
Men of
USC
Troy.
fan.
I'm a Pac-12 fan, sir. I root for the Pac-12 success. Guess what now, Caleb? Think about this, Caleb. In the next couple years, USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington, 4 teams vying for national titles. Watch it. Book it right now. I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. No.
Like they do every year.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Minter. You know what? Let's look up Mike Minter. Caleb, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me this weekend in LA at the Schmodown Spectacular. We will have a booth there. So you come meet me if you want. But I don't know if you want to, but I'll be there saying hi to folks. But and you can follow me at NFLCaleb22. You can find my articles at letsgetreadynetwork.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. All right, guys. I'm your boy. I'm Ferris Muthana. You can find me at Ferris Muthana on Twitter. Make sure everyone like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Guys, there's 5 of you here. There's 5 likes. Thank you. Liking the button on the replay. People watching on the replay. Liking the button doesn't cost you a thing. It doesn't cause anything bad to happen to you. It helps us. And please help me. Like that button, man. Like that button. Comment your thoughts on this upcoming weekend in the NFL. Do you agree with our picks? Do you think the Steelers are actually going to beat the Ravens? Do you think that the Jaguars are going to upset the Rams? If you think that, tell us respectfully in the comments. Guys, also, we're on the audio feeds. Look up Let's Get Ready Network in your audio feed, and we will pop up. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/LGR Network. Look us up if you want to join. We have great tiers. Yes, we did it. We were at 694. We made it to 700 subs. Thank you guys for helping us out. Thank you before Spectacular. So from 700, let's go up to 800.
Absolutely.
And then let's go to 900 and let's go to 1,000. Mad love to everyone who's supported us over the last 2 years. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of crisscrosses. And we did a lot of jumping. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. But overall, man, thank you guys for being here. And that's pretty much it. Y'all have a wonderful night. Make sure to stay safe and stay blessed.